Yes! Oh, did you see how close that was?
Close
God.
doesn't count. You have to hit it around the thing.
Oh my gosh, shut up. I hate you, Izzy.
You gotta get the horseshoe around the post, Ross.
I hate your face. Hi, everybody. Ross Pitt here. As you can see, we're still camping. We're playing a little game of horseshoes, if you could believe it. You would think, me being a Texan and all, I would be great at this game. You know, I see horses every day. I live on a ranch, rope cattle, you know, all that good stuff that we do down in here in Texas. Everybody in Texas does that, in fact.
It's a legal requirement.
Apparently, I'm not great at horseshoes, is the thing. Wizzy also isn't great, though. That's good.
I thought we were going to be putting them on horses, okay?
Or Bluebell. You know, I don't want to fight you, Wizzy. I don't want to do this anymore, Wizzy.
Yeah, maybe we should play a more cooperative game.
Yeah. Actually, that reminds me.
Yeah?
You know how we do that whole My Little Pony thing, right?
Yeah.
With the fan fictions and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Well, I actually have a great thing that we could do. I know that you wanted today to be our, like, fan fiction free day, but I think this would be really fun if we could do this.
Come on, the listeners want to hear us play some, like, game like horseshoes or football. They don't like stories, they want sports.
Okay. And if you choose that ending, it's the ending of the episode. However, if you continue with Ross's idea, we could continue with the episode and it would be something magical.
All right, what is it?
So, I have a fan fiction called Rainbow Dash's Awesome Nightmare Night Haunted House Choose Your Own Adventure by the Drider Pony.
That is the longest name I've ever heard. Let's do it.
I think it's either the longest name or the second longest name that we've had.
Oh, the longest had to be 6 characters have henceforth found a point.
Yeah. Although this might be longer, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe.
Have not added it up. But yeah, you should all actually go down and do your own adventure first, but you don't have to. At least give it a like, though. That would be nice. If you don't, that's okay, because guess what? You could just do what we didn't do. Because it's a choose your own adventure.
The most incentive they've had to click that link.
Yep. There are some rules to this game. We've already read them, but if you want to read those rules, you can go down in the description and read them yourself. Wink.
Yeah, there's like a fear meter, and if it gets too high, Rainbow Dash dies or something?
Yep. Hopefully that doesn't happen, unless this episode gets too long. And if this episode does get too long, prepare for an unedited piece of shit. All right. Let's get into Rainbow Dash's Awesome Nightmare Night Haunted House Choose Your Own Adventure by the Drider Pony.
All right. Chapter 1. It's all downhill from here.
Oh, fuck.
The house looms before you, a monster in itself, much like those contained within. Only instead of eyes that pierce the darkness, it has windows with flickering lanterns, and in place of vicious teeth that can gnash and tear, it has splintered porch beams. A few kitschy decorations are taped around the edges. Smiling paper pumpkins and grinning ghosts made of grocery bags.
Grim grinning ghosts?
Yo, is that Disney?
That's a Haunted Mansion reference, baby.
Yeah!
I don't know if that was a Haunted Mansion reference, but, you know, coincidence.
I hope it was.
Same.
But the colorful additions do little to defang its natural presence. There is something to be said about rotted boards, walls of climbing ivy, and shattered windows that give a building a weighty presence like nothing else. Even if this wasn't Nightmare Night, this is the sort of house any normal pony would go out of their way to avoid. Which is probably why it feels so unnatural to walk right up to it. Then again, you are Rainbow Dash.
I am
you
Rainbow
eat
Dash.
fear for breakfast. How long have you been Rainbow Dash?
I've been Rainbow Dash ever since I was born.
Whoa.
It's a fun fact, Rainbow
cool.
Dash is 23.
That's the official age, baby.
Hell yeah. How long have you been Rainbow Dash? Or wait, is it just me that's Rainbow Dash? And you're saying this like it's like
I'm Applejack and we're married.
I don't know if Applejack's in this story. So, I don't know if that works, but...
I mean, I guess you would probably be playing the voice of Rainbow Dash in this, right?
Oh, certainly.
Yeah, so we'd both be, like, making the choices, but you'd be voicing her.
Yeah, you're...
So...
you're Rainbow Dash's conscience.
Yay. I would be so bad at that job. No wonder Rainbow Dash is like this.
Yeah, that checks out. Gosh, I want nothing more than Wizzy to be Jiminy Cricket. This is now a Pinocchio fanfiction podcast just for that.
Oh, there's something I gotta show you after this.
Alrighty then.
There's a pony standing out front like a sentinel at the gates of Tartarus. Her costume is simple, but effective. A fancy vest with gold epaulets, epaulets, and a long flared red cape. A master of ceremonies. Oh, fitting, given the circumstances. She squints through her pince-nez and smiles as she recognizes you. Is this, vinyl scratch or something?
This is either Trixie or Starlight. I do not know which.
Why are they an MC?
Fun.
Okay. I just thought of, like, MC vinyl scratch. I was kind of hoping it would be her. You know?
Right.
Alright. Happy Nightmare Night, Rainbow Dash. You're here for the challenge? You nod.
Yeah, I saw your flyer. Spookiest haunted house in Equestria. That's a pretty big claim. McCamey Manor.
Oh god, no. That would actually be a really twisted pony fic.
Oh, now I gotta think of a pony pun. McNamey Manor.
Eee, that was good.
Thank you.
Wait, is there any pony that is like Mick in their name, though?
Probably.
Big Mac. Macintosh Manor, I don't know. Starlight chuckles. We've got a pretty big production going. Trixie and I have been planning this for months. Twilight could probably write a paper on all the innovations we've made in illusion magic. She leans to the left to try and see behind you. Are the others coming?
Later.
You assure her.
They're all running attractions or stands in the town. I figure I'd come early and scope it out, preview it for Fluttershy, you know.
She nods knowingly, a sly little grin on her face. And maybe set a record in the process? You pause, caught off guard, yet captured by one of your trigger words.
Yeah, I definitely know that. Fluttershy would not do this, ever.
God.
She wouldn't even do a regular haunted house, let alone the spookiest one.
Yeah, like what does she have to gain from that?
Nothing but trauma.
She has an aversion to adrenaline.
And scares.
Yeah.
A record? How do you set a record for a haunted house?
Because this is no ordinary haunted house.
You can die in it.
Yeah, well, that was true at plenty of the others. I'm sure there's been people who have died at haunted houses, right?
I'm not gonna look that up.
Starlight steps back and rears up to gesture dramatically, her cape flaring out in a practiced swirl.
What you see before you is an innovation in Nightmare Night attractions. Part haunted house, part escape room, part dungeon crawl. An interactive experience like no other, where illusion...
You blink as a second Starlight, identical save for her costume being blue, steps into view from behind the first. Had she been hiding there all along?
And reality blur together.
Blue Starlight finishes.
No guides, no rules.
Calling her Blue Starlight, wow, gives me Ultra Fast Pony vibes. Where Trixie is called Blue Twilight, and I believe Starlight should be called Pink Twilight.
Oh, I get it. Oh, that's funny.
There's also Yellow Twilight.
Wait, Yellow Twilight?
Yeah, she's an OC.
Oh.
An original character, if you will.
Very fitting.
I gotta show you Ultra Fast Pony. I think you would hate it or love it. I don't know. It gets pretty raunchy, let's say.
That can be good or bad.
It could be bad, let's say.
Each room offers its own unique flavors of spooks and specters to be faced in whatever order you like.
Red Starlight lights her horn and shimmering illusions of ghosts and monsters fill the air.
Conquer your fears and you'll receive helpful tools and tips that will aid you on your quest.
Blue Starlight gestures and the illusory monsters poof into bags of loot.
Turn tail and flee if you must, but be warned that the tater fright...
Tater?
Tater.
But be warned that the later fights will be only more difficult.
The Starlights move in a perfect mirror of each other in a strange dance of gestures that ends with them poised dramatically towards the doors.
Will you accept the challenge and face your fears, or run home shrieking like a school filly?
They chant in unison.
The choices are yours and yours alone.
You can't help but get more and more excited as they continue.
This sounds awesome. How do I play?
Red Starlight tips her hat down over one eye, grinning.
Just head on in and try not to get too scared. When you think you've had enough and figured everything out, you can make your way to the exit. Or if you want to give it up, back out the entrance.
Please. Rainbow Dash does not get scared. This'll be easy peasy.
Oh yeah? Wait until she sees Twilight being eaten alive by Spike.
That would be fucked up. Oh god, I want this now. Give us that. Give us that. Please. I do notice that it's also tagged gore and violence, so.
Oh, that gives me hope.
What the fuck do you do, Starlight?
Blue Starlight quickly drops her Trixie-like showmare demeanor and adopts a serious expression.
First, though, a few rules and warnings.
You can die. I am not joking. You can die.
People have. There have been multiple deaths here already.
I don't know why we're still able to do this.
Legal pressure. You may be the last person to go here, I'll be honest.
The bodies haven't even been collected yet.
I can't get past my own atrocities.
It's fucked up.
You groan. Of course. No way it could be as awesome as you were imagining. There just had to be a bunch of rules to make it lame. Just like every other haunted house you've been to. You just want to, touch the actors, don't you, Rainbow Dash?
She would throw hands at Universal, absolutely.
You groan. Of course. No way it could be as awesome as you were imagining. There just had to be a bunch of rules to make it lame. Just like every other haunted house you've been to. No going outside the marked areas. No punching the monsters. She says it. Take only one piece of candy at the end. What a bully. She steps aside to reveal a small poster board covered in seasonal doodles and a few lines of text.
Rule number 1.
Blue Starlight says.
You can tackle the rooms in any order you like. There is an optimal route based around the tools you may pick up as a reward for clearing rooms, but there are many paths to success.
Red Starlight moves her hoof to the second bullet point.
Rule 2. Reasonable reactions. There are no actors here. Everything inside is props, magic, and illusions. So if your first instinct is to knock a skeleton's block off, have at it.
Yes, here we go.
God, imagine if we got realistic VR haunted houses.
That would be so cool.
Your appraisal of the event, and to a certain extent Starlight, skyrockets back up.
What? You mean I can fight the monsters?
If you want, but, and this is a genuine warning, you can die here. These high-level illusions are nothing to scoff at. Everything that happens will seem entirely authentic. You may even start to forget what's really real. No matter what you think or you feel or see, no harm will come to you.
Cool, so Starlight is actually trying to bring ponies to the brink of insanity. Awesome. I love that for her.
Reminds me of a Black Mirror episode.
I have to see Black Mirror.
Oh, you should see Black Mirror.
Yeah, I've heard.
It's a good Halloween watch. Blue Starlight smirks.
This is some of Trixie's and my best work. Not even Twilight will be able to tell what's real and what's an illusion.
She cuts off as you stick your hoof through her muzzle, with a look of total surprise that's mirrored on her red counterpart. Blue Starlight bursts into sparkles.
Oh, shit.
What?
She stammers, her mouth hanging open.
How did you know she was the fake? My spell work was pristine.
You shrug.
If she was the real one, my hoof wouldn't have gone through, and I'd have just booped your muzzle. Rainbow Dash gives really strong boops.
God. She grumbles something about adding a tactile matrix next time, but doesn't really seem all that upset. She quickly shakes herself out of the funk and gets back into character.
Anyway, where was I? Right, Rule 2. Lots of illusions inside. Ones you won't be able to pop since they're tied to keystones. So feel free to fight if you want, but don't come crying the first time you buck a zombie and get your hoof stuck in its gooey organs.
This sounds fucked up. This doesn't sound okay.
True. Imagine you just, get to be killing real people. Oh, wait a minute.
Real
You can
people?
do that in video games. No. I mean, technically, they represent real people, you know?
Sure. I used to kill people in video games, but then it just wasn't enough for me.
God. This is exactly what the old suits in the governments who are fear-mongering about video games want you to say.
Yep, and I'm one of those old suits. Fun fact, I'm actually the governor. Of what state? Who knows?
It's true. I voted for him. So this zombie, is this she just resurrected a pony or something?
No, I think it's just an illusion.
Okay.
But it's a really good illusion. It's tied to a keystone, you see.
Yeah, what are keystones?
Well.
Like the Keystone State.
Yeah, it's like Michigan? What's the Keystone State?
Philadelphia?
You know, I once did philosophy in there. Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah. A flash of movement catches your attention and your eyes snap up to a second-story window. It's empty. Even the curtain is still. You could have sworn there'd be a pony standing there a split second earlier. Must have been a trick of the light. You put it out of your mind. You roll your eyes.
It can't be that scary.
Don't underestimate it,
She warns. Her eyes narrow as the beginning of a smile starts to creep across your lips.
I'm serious, Dash. We actually have a waiver you need to sign.
Oh god, it is Bikini Manor. Seriously? I thought you said it was safe.
It is, physically. The waiver is for mental scarring and trauma. As I said, it's very realistic.
Despite her warnings, this only makes you more excited.
Oh,
the best
hell
things
yeah.
in life always require a waiver or at least a hint that one should be needed. It's like a certification that something's gonna be awesome. You manage to rein in your anticipation behind a veil of coolness and sign her waiver, if only to conform to the letter of the rules.
And finally, Rule 3. It's okay to give up. It's not just scary.
Okay, it's okay to give up. That's good to know.
My god.
This is made to be a challenge. Fully expect it'll take some ponies multiple tries to successfully make it to the end. If you get too scared, you can always come back out the way you came in and take a breather before trying again. Though, if you do, everything inside will reset and you'll have to start over. Ooh.
You almost feel insulted before you realize that this is probably a heavily practiced speech that she has to give to every pony, including ponies who are a lot less brave and fearless than you. It's nice that she thought of them, though you're not going to need it.
Really? I'll be fine. I'm not some little filly going in without her big brother. I can handle it.
Starlight shrugs.
I never had a brother.
Does she have any siblings at all?
Nope.
Sad.
I think she's the only one of the main six without them.
Messed up. Even friggin' Fluttershy has siblings that I learned about recently.
Just the one. But yeah. God, that's so fucked up. You're an only child? Oh, that's gross. That's how you sound.
I'm just saying that they designed her character to be the only one in the friend group without siblings, except for Scootaloo, who's basically a little sister.
I wouldn't count Scootaloo as being in the friend group.
No, I meant Scootaloo is her sibling, as in she's part of the main six, and she has a sibling who is Scootaloo.
Well, you didn't say it like that.
I thought it would be understood because I said that she's like a little sister.
I thought you were just like putting two pieces of the puzzle together and you're like, oh, hey.
Anyway, Starlight shrugs.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
A sharp breeze punctuates her words, making the house's shutters rattle and a gnarled old tree groan in protest.
Now are you ready to begin your adventure?
You grin in eager anticipation.
Oh, you know I am.
You start to head for the door.
Oh, wait.
Starlight announces, pulling you up short.
I almost forgot. You're going to need this.
Good.
She presents you with a plastic Foles candy bucket.
All right, quick, put that in our inventory. In our items.
Oh, yeah.
Plastic Fool's candy bucket.
Oh, yeah, there's items in this, guys. Plastic Foles candy bucket.
Awesome. Thanks. I was just planning on eating any candy as I go, though.
It's part of the experience.
She explains.
This is your inventory box.
Oh, this is your inventory.
Okay. Well, we'll keep that in the items list anyways.
Yeah.
It'll hold any items you pick up along the way, even the ones that are too big to fit in it.
It's magic! Oh, okay. Thanks.
You take the bucket, still feeling slightly silly. You haven't even used one of these since you were a preteen.
Aw.
You might also find it helpful to use a piece of IRL paper.
I don't know what that means, actually. What?
You ask? When was the last time that you went trick-or-treating?
Like 2015, maybe? 2016?
Yo?
Maybe.
I think you did actually trick-or-treat for longer than I did.
Huh.
Which was funny. I did not realize that.
I could also be totally wrong. It might have been 14. One of those years, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What?
You ask? She pulls out a thin strip of paper that looks like a blank receipt and sticks it in your bucket.
An inventory registry list to help keep track of everything you have on hoof. Now you're ready to begin.
With a wave of her hoof, the double doors creak open, the void inside beckoning you in like the mouth of Tartarus itself.
May the strength of your spirit and the fortitude of your mind guide you through the dark road ahead.
You barely hear her as a few swift wing beats send you sailing through the door, hungry for adventure and thrills. Click here to begin your adventure.
And so we are clicking here to begin our adventure.
Alright, you clicked?
I clicked.
Oh boy. You have nothing to fear.
Oh, thank God. I was very scared, actually.
Oh man, yeah, that first chapter was really scary. All those jump scares. The foyer of the old Bristlebark Manor is just as dilapidated and crumbling as its exterior. You remember that it was built about 60 years ago, during the big construction boom where a bunch of Canterlot elites got the idea that Ponyville would be the perfect place for all their summer retreats. This was one of the few manors that was completed before they realized that local farmers weren't too keen on selling their fields and giving up their livelihoods to a bunch of yuppie tourist snobs.
What?
The once plush carpet is dried and matted down. Torn and ripped where teenagers have broken in to race and cause mischief, the splintered remains of a double staircase led up to a balcony that wraps the room's second floor, though all the doors on that level have been boarded shut. A brisk October breeze cuts through the night, worming its way through the many holes in the walls to send a chill down the back of your neck. A chandelier lies on the floor, shattered and rusted, but pushed to the side of the room. A pony-sized hole in the ceiling, black as pitch, marks where it once hung. It's dark. The only light comes from the scant beams of moonlight that pass through the hole-riddled walls and low-burning jack-o'-lanterns set every few paces along the walls. Their meager flickering light seems to only add more shadows to the room. You're alone. Completely and totally alone.
What's this that the great vampire Trixie sees before her?
I love your vampire voice. If only you follow the sound of the voice to a figure up on the balcony. She may have traded out her star-spangled cape for one of red and black velvet, spangled with tiny bats. But Trixie's enormous ego is still big enough to be identified from across the room.
I mean, yeah, she should just say... Anyways. Have we our first challenger to come to attempt to conquer our most magical of mansions, our spookiest of chateaus? Whom is it who thinks they have the might and mettle to face their fears and return unscathed?
Her gaze lowers to meet yours, and her posture shifts immediately.
Oh, it's you.
To this, you do take insult. No one should be disappointed when Rainbow Dash walks into the room.
And then Trixie becomes the only monster in this mansion to actually die. Gee, thanks for the warm welcome, Dick.
Honestly, you don't know what her problem is with you. All she has to do is acknowledge that you're a better performer than she is and everything would be cool.
Well, I was hoping it might be some pony who could actually offer a challenge to my myriad of illusions, my hosts of ghosts, your ghost host. Haunted Mansion reference.
Yeah, I was hoping.
And my phalanx of frights. But of all I have is you, well...
She shrugs.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to do a trial run on the lowest setting to work out if any final kinks in the spell work.
You shoot her scowl. Lowest setting your right flank?
Hey, don't look down on me. I can take your strongest illusions and throw them right back at you.
Trixie grins.
Is that a challenge? Yeah, I want your best, your strongest stuff.
Her grin widens from merely cheeky to downright vulpine.
You asked for it.
Igniting her horn in a sizzling azure corona, she quickly draws a series of sigils in the air, her horn leaving a trail of light behind as it bobs and weaves through the air. Each new symbol floats away from her, adding to what quickly becomes a giant ring that spans the full 2-story height of the room. As the last symbol slots into place, the whole spell matrix flashes once, twice, 3 times before exploding into a silent... Oh my god. Exploding into a silent firework that soaks into the walls and floor like dew on dry sand.
Impressive.
You remark, and it is. You've picked up enough rudimentary magic fundamentals just from hanging out with Twilight to know that whatever she did was actually something of respectable feat. Something that really should have taken a lot more preparation than it looked like it did. Her smile hasn't gone away, but she rests her weight on a solid piece of railing.
Thanks. Now go have fun. Trixie will be here to supply a little helpful advice and color commentary when you get turned around and frightened. Oh, and don't be surprised if some of the scares know your name. I've made a few custom adjustments for you. Also, I've made your coffin already. You're going to die here. It's just a little bit of improv for you. 40 minutes in. 45, actually.
Outshone only by the twin brightness of her smugness, it's enough that a thought starts to form in the back of your mind. A niggling doubt that maybe goading her to up the ante wasn't the smartest decision. You squash that thought with prejudice.
Oh, okay.
No. You are Rainbow Danger Miriam freaking Dash!
Oh yeah, her middle name is Miriam. And Danger.
Miriam and Danger?
Yeah.
When was it Miriam?
I don't actually know if it is Miriam, but that sounds right.
And you refuse to be beaten by a corpse of a building in a souped-up version of one of Trixie's performances. Your resolve hardened, and you soldier on.
Alright, this is the first choice that we get to make.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anything or anybody of note to interact with in this room, but there are 3 hallways that branch off that head left, forward, and right. Which path will I take? The left hallway, the center hallway, or the right hallway? I think that right makes right. Let's go right-handed people.
I want to go left.
I'll kill you if we go left.
What the heck?
Actually, let's okay, fine. Let's split the difference.
Alright, let's go center.
Center it is.
Alright. Rather than wallpaper, this hallway is lined with expensive wood paneling. Or at least it once was. Now the rich mahogany is so thoroughly dry-rotted that it crumbles at your touch. Moth-eaten curtains with faded gold tassels frame each door as if to hide one at a moment's notice. Chandeliers, small ones, hang from the ceiling, unlit. Thick cobwebs have grown lampshades around the crystal and glass ornamentation. Once, this was a place designed to be shown off. Now, barely a fraction of its former glory remains. The air is dusty and tickles your nose with an urge to sneeze. There are 4 doors in the hallway, 2 set on your left hoof side and 2 on your right. Beyond them, the hallway splits, taking both a hard left turn and continuing forward and out of sight. What will we do?
Me. It's me. What will I do? I'm Rainbow Dash. I guess you are my conscience.
You're taking me along with you.
Let's see here. Take the first door on the left, take the second door on the left, take the first door on the right, take the second door on the right, continue around the corner, or to continue forward. Ooh.
Huh.
Let's go. Just bum rush forward.
Okay, are we going to take the first door on the left?
I was going to say continue forward, but I guess we could do that.
Oh, I see. Continue forward. Yeah, that makes more sense. Continue forward. Darkness. All-consuming darkness. The lights have been getting dimmer as you walked, but at some point, without realizing it, you crossed a threshold into perfect darkness. You can still see your hoof, though, and bits of your mane that bob into your line of sight. In perfectly lit clarity, like there's a light somewhere that only falls on you. The long rug beneath you helps you stay on the straight and narrow path. Anytime you feel wood instead of fabric, you make a slight course correction. You don't dare fly in here. Night flying is dangerous, even with the stars and moon to help. Flying in darkness like this, it's unthinkable. You like your muzzle's current shape, thank you very much. The groundedness weighs on you, more so than you thought it would. The idea that flying isn't an option is so anathema to what it means to be Rainbow Dash that you find it pulling you into a strange paradoxical state. You want to fly, to get up and move and reach the end of this corridor of darkness already, but you can't. And knowing that you can't is somehow making you want it all the more. Your wings twitch at your sides involuntarily, eager and ready to send you soaring into the air, and no doubt smack you into a wall. You've never felt this kind of tension before, this internal conflict within yourself. Luckily, just when you're starting to think you can't take it anymore, there's a light. A pinprick on the horizon. Horizon? Could it be that far? Was the house that large? Or maybe the light was just small. Your latter guess proves right as you reach it. There are 2 doors here, one at the end of the hall and one set to your right side. The 2 of them could not be more different. The first is overly wide and ornamental, an arch made of wide blackish rock that cradles a thick and sturdy door made of heavy timber and barred with iron. The second is a pair of double doors, covered in delicate filigree. Much of it is rusted away, but you can tell it must have been impressive when it was new. You notice a note attached to the door at the end of the hall. It reads, "Past this door lies the exit to the haunted house, but not before a final challenge. Enter only if you are absolutely prepared."
All right, let's go, baby.
You want to enter it?
Yeah, final challenge.
Yeah!
This is actually going to be shorter than I thought.
We got this.
Oh, man.
Okay. The massive door swings open at your touch, far easier than its size suggests it should have. Fog like a corpse's breath spills out from behind it, curling around your hooves in wispy tendrils. You step through and find yourself on the landing of a spiral staircase. The steps and wall are both alike made of the same rough stone, dark but without the luster of obsidian. Ghostly red flames hanging in the air gives off just enough light to see where one step ends and the next begins. Compared to the modern but dated look of the rest of the mansion, this section feels like it was torn off an old castle and stuck to the back door. Knowing the kind of magic Starlight can wield, you wouldn't put it past her. And you can't deny that the impressive atmosphere it gives off really lends itself to a sense of finality. You begin to ascend the stairs, wings flapping slowly as the landing swiftly disappears behind and your path curves ever upward, ever cut of sight just beyond the next bend, and you climb and climb and climb. The air feels thick and heavy between your feathers, like you're trying to fly through syrup. Every stroke feels like it takes 10 times the effort it should. Already you're starting to tire, and it hasn't even been that long. How long has it been, though? 5 minutes? 10? No way the tower can be this high. You'd have seen it from the outside. It's so hard to get your bearings. Like there's a pressure in the back of your skull whenever you try to focus too hard on any single direction.
Like the endless staircase in Mario.
Mario?
Yeah.
Has an endless staircase?
Yeah, Mario 64.
Oh. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness.
I was thinking of the original Mario.
Well, it's not. It's the first 3D Mario.
And it's so beautiful. You break in the air and hover down slowly until your hooves rest back on solid stone. The moment you touch down, the feeling in the back of your head vanishes. Your sense of up, down, and forward come back into agreement with what your eyes can see. Despite that relief, there's still an uncomfortable texture in the air, like you've been descending into a deep cave rather than rising. You trot a few steps back down and almost immediately see the edge of the landing.
Oh.
You say as realization dawns. A trick staircase, or space warping magic, or some other weird magic. Whatever the cause, the rule it enforces it plainly obvious.
Fine. No flying.
With your hooves firmly on the ground, once again you begin your ascent, grumbling under your breath about unfairness against Pegasi. This time you barely have to circle the central pillar twice before you encounter something new. An azure magical barrier bars the way. It stretches from wall to wall and ceiling to step, creating a haze curtain inside which drifts, swirls, and eddies of magic. As you approach, a few lines of glowing text appear at eye level, surrounded by a constellation of little silhouetted shapes. The message reads, "You've used many tools to fight your fears and aid you on your way. Some were easier to acquire than others, but which of them were freely given? Choose wisely."
Oh, fuck. We fucked up.
Which of these was freely given? The summoning wand, the stick, the clock, the boat, the boot, the bucket of water? You recognize the shapes now as various things you have in your inventory bucket, but we don't. It seems that in order to pass, you need to select the one that correctly answers the question. That's easy enough. All your items were acquired through winning, and you remember everything you've ever won.
Yep.
So, do we just guess? I mean, it wouldn't let us here if, it didn't want to... It would give us an option of saying we don't have any items, right? If, like, it didn't want us to?
I guess we'll take a guess. We'll have to take a guess.
Okay. I think it would be a trick if we picked, like, the stick or bucket of water, just because it's, like, super simple and easy to get for free.
Yeah.
So I'd go with the most expensive-looking thing.
The clock.
The clock or summoning wand, which one?
I think let's go with the clock.
Okay. Click. Alright, this is you.
Obviously, it's this one.
You say as you tap the image you know to be correct.
Fingers crossed, fingers
Swirls
crossed.
of magic sparkles that make up the barrier freeze for an instant before turning a delightful green and popping like a soap bubble with the sound of a chime.
Awesome.
1 down, 2 to go. So, was that correct?
I think so. Baby, we did it.
You continue to ascend the stairs, emboldened by your previous success. Not that it had really been all that difficult. Maybe it would have been hard for some pony else who hadn't collected as many items. But for you, it was a breeze.
Oh, boy.
Whoever said keeping everything you find was a bad idea obviously never did a dungeon crawl. Obviously, they've never done a grunt dungeon crawl if you think you also need those items to get past this. At least 20% of dungeons are guessing, guys.
This is probably fucking with us, I bet.
Oh, I hope. In no time at all, you reach a second barrier identical to the first. Once again, floating words appear as you approach, but this time instead of little spinning pictures, numbers drift back and forth on gossamer wings. The text pulses slightly as you read it. To face a fear and overcome it is a great triumph, but what good is a victory if you don't learn anything from it? Knowledge is a power all its own. How many times their body weight does the average equestrian eat in cake per year? Ross, this is all you.
Oh, fuck. What the heck? What question is that?
You demand. It doesn't even have anything to do with the Nightmare Night. Oh, except for eating sugar. But candy and cakes are totally different things. That's why Bonbon and the cakes are rivals and not partners. Still, you feel like you know the answer to this somehow. All you have to do is concentrate and remember it. Did they never mention this in the show or anything?
Nope. Okay.
Alright. So Bonbon and the cakes are rivals?
I suppose so.
I did not know that.
I mean, neither did I. Okay, so it's probably not 8. It's probably not 25. Because, you know, that whole thing.
Yeah, I think 20 sounds pretty nice.
20 sounds nice, yeah.
Alright, let's pick 20.
Alright, 20.
Click. Nodding in determination, you select the answer you know is correct. Probably, like, 80% sure? Solid 75. You wait with bated breath as the swirling sparkles that compose the barrier come to a halt, and you wait, and wait, and wait. After what feels like an eternity, the barrier turns a burning crimson with the sound of a blaring klaxon.
Damn it.
Man, before you can even process this, the stairs beneath you vanish, leaving a perfectly circular hole leading to a pitch-black abyss. You try to fly, but it's like gravity has suddenly increased tenfold and you're pulled down into the hole. Several disorienting moments later, you exit through the hole in the ceiling of the foyer and land with a crash by the old chandelier.
Oh, trying the final puzzles already?
Trixie asks from her perch.
I was wondering when you'd get around to it. You've certainly been taking your time. I thought you were trying to do a speed run.
Shut up.
Fuck you, Trixie. I hope you die. At least we know bucket, or not a bucket, a clock. So let's just go again.
Yep. Alright. You grumble as you get to your hooves, slightly sore but none the wiser for wear.
I knew the right answer.
You say, totally not defensively.
I just clicked the wrong one. You sure did.
Her tone is perfectly neutral, but the smirk gives away her true feelings.
Her real feelings.
Her true, real feelings.
Her real true feel. Alright.
There doesn't seem to be anything to interact with in this room, but there are 3 hallways that branch off.
Center, baby, let's go!
Okay. Center hallway.
I think it's the same one. Same thing as before.
Yeah, rather than wallpaper, the hallway is lined with expensive wood paneling. Or at least it once was.
Continue forward.
Continue forward again. All-consuming darkness. Paradoxical anathema.
Final challenge, baby!
Boom! Alright, we're going through the stairs. We're going through the stairs.
It's the clock, by the way.
And then we pick the clock to get through the barrier, going through the stairs. Obviously, it's this one. And now we keep going. And how many pounds does the frickin' pony eat in cake?
The average equestrian eating cake per year. Alright. Oh,
Wanna
boy.
go 12 this time?
12 this time.
Oh, boy. Please be right.
No, it's not right.
Oh.
Center hallway.
Klaxons.
Continue forward.
Continue forward.
Sorry, but
Final challenge.
I feel like an asshole for doing this.
The clock. Hey, it gives you the choice. It lets you
It
do
does.
this.
It does. This is a valid option. God damn it.
25.
25. Let's go.
And klaxons.
God damn it. Center hallway.
Hallway.
What if we're just in an endless loop?
I hope so.
What if that's what the clock thing does? It pretends it's right, and then we're in an endless loop until we finally do something else other than the clock.
I don't. It's friggin' telling us it's right.
It's clever. It's messing with our minds. Hey, let's go, baby.
Yo!
Baby.
Different chapter.
4th tries the charm.
The last one we pick.
I swear to God, if we have to pick up a key, get out of here, I'll kill Wizzy.
You tap the number you vaguely think you may have heard earlier. You're not super confident about it, but what's life without a little risk? Besides, it's a 1 in 4 chance. Those are better odds than you're used to.
Actually, it's a 100% chance this time.
I mean, either that or it was just going to be a loop. The swirling colors of the barrier go still, suddenly, and your breath catches you in your throat. On second thought, you also don't know what will happen when you get one wrong, and you're not super excited to find out. I think we know. Much to your relief, this wall chimes as well and falls away, leaving the path clear. You're 2 for 2, which is the kind of solid average a winner like you deserves to have. You practically saunter up to the stairs. Nothing can stop you now. You hardly even notice as the Blackstone...
Now.
It's pictured like PMV of Rainbow Dash strutting to that song.
Hell yeah.
You hardly even notice as the black stone starts to shift, becoming smoother and more polished the higher you climb. Within a few laps of the tower, every surface is polished to practically a mirror finish, or they would be, if the reflections weren't distorted by a repeating pattern etched across the stone in minute detail. But that's not important to finishing the challenge, so you ignore it. The end is close now. You can almost taste it. After a few more steps, you find yourself at the final landing. Before you is a grand set of double doors, like the ones at the bottom of the stairs. But while those were plain and sturdy?
I think it's supposed to be sturdy, but yeah. Sturdy.
But while those were plain and sturdy, these are anything but. The left door is intricately carved with depictions of snarling monsters, savage beasts, and raging ponies locked in a violent struggle. The right is a near mirror of the left, though the monsters there are smiling and the ponies
God,
are
you're not
happy.
gonna like this.
I don't know what this is.
I cheated.
No, you didn't.
I didn't cheat, but I just looked down a bit.
Oh. At the center where you'd expect to find a doorknob or lock is instead an ornate dial large enough to be used on a bank vault. Etched into the metal are a series of illuminated numbers, and at the center rests a single large arrow, which currently rests pointing at 0. As you approach, a final glowing message appears between you and the door. This is it, your final challenge. You've come a long way to get here and faced many spooks and specters on the way, one.
Yep, sure.
But just how far have you come? Are you sure in your test of courage that you've faced everything that the challenge has to offer?
Thoroughly not.
If you believe so. Then the answer should be simple. How many unique rooms are in this house? Oh god.
Oh, come on.
What are unique rooms?
I
Just like
assume
ones that you can only get to once?
maybe. Or that don't like copy themselves. Maybe they're just copies of rooms. And you're like, whoa, this room looks familiar. Or maybe it's just rooms in this house. There are at least 5. So we can knock off any other numbers below that.
You complain to the impassive stones, the sound deadening quickly as the tiny ridges trap the sound.
No one said I was supposed to be paying attention to that.
When this fails to yield any sort of shortcut, hint, or free pass, you sit down with a grumble. Of course, there had to be a memorization quiz in your action-packed adventure thriller. Starlight is an card-carrying, note-taking egghead after all. Even if she has Trixie's absolute insanity to balance things out. Well, time to start backtracing through your memories and taking note of every awesome victory you scored. Maybe it's not such a bad idea after all. Okay.
Let's just start at 20 and go from there.
Okay. Finally, after much recounting and reliving your moments of awesomeness, you arrive at what you're pretty confident is the right answer. Probably. Assuming you didn't miss any secret passageways or a set of stairs to a whole extra basement level. You spin the dial to the number you've settled on and press the button in the center before you can get any less sure. It sinks into the door at your touch. Something starts to click as hidden gears begin to move and make the decorations across the door spin and contract. Monsters on either side of the central divide pull their claws back from the seam. The clicking stops, the movement freezes, and the sound of a blaring klaxon echoes through the stairway as all the carvings shift their now red glowing eyes to stare at you. Before you can react, the stones fold away from beneath your hooves and drop you into the pits. You try to fly, but the shuffling stones quickly seal your exit shut.
Damn it.
With no other choice in the pitch-black darkness, you allow yourself to fall. Several disorienting moments later, you exit through the hole in the ceiling of the foyer and land with a crash by the old chandelier.
Oh, on to the last question of the tower already?
Shut up, Trixie. Trixie asks from her perch.
Looks like you guessed wrong about how many events there are. Are you sure you've seen everything? Well, Trixie, I have something to tell you.
You grumble as you get to your hooves, slightly sore but none the worse for wear.
I knew the right answer.
You say, totally not defensively.
My hoof just slipped. Again. Sure it did.
Her tone is perfectly neutral, but the smirk gives away her real feelings.
Center hallway.
Oh, do we want to keep going?
Continue forward.
And guessing those numbers?
Yep.
Okay.
How many minutes could it possibly be? If this ends
know.
up well for us, then this could be a short episode for once.
True. We're just going to start counting backwards then?
Uh-huh. There's also a back button, but let's not do that.
Oh god, no. We have to do the adventure. 19.
19.
All right.
Blaring klaxon.
Blaring klaxons! No!
Center hallway.
Continue forward.
It's a clock, by the way. 8. 18.
Yes.
This must be it. It has to be.
Are there klaxons?
Yeah, there are klaxons.
There are klaxons.
Echoes, yada yada. Trixie's here. Whoopity-doo. Center hallway.
My hoof slipped.
It did. It did.
We're just being really optimistic about how many unique rooms there are, because I want there to be as many as there can be, you know?
Otherwise, this person's just lame. 17. Here we go.
Yeah, this friggin' 70,000 word story that they put all this work into, man, and you couldn't have more unique rooms?
Come on, you little shit. I'm kidding. This is lovely. This is a genius
17.
idea.
And there's the sound of a blaring klaxon echoing through the stairway, but it
Center
might have been the right
hallway.
choice. 16.
16, baby.
Sound of a blaring
God damn it.
klaxon.
Trixie, I'm gonna kill you. I'm going to kill you. Look, man, I didn't even want to go through to the final challenge at first, but if you're gonna put this in front of me, if you're gonna give me Ganon immediately, I'm gonna go fight Ganon each time. That's what I assume, whatever it's called is like.
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that's the one. Now the question is,
like...
what did we click?
It's 15 now that we're up to.
Okay. 15. Give it up for 15.
15.
We're going.
And, whoa, is this different? Finally, after much recounting and reliving your moments of awesomeness, you arrive at what you're pretty confident is the right answer. Probably, assuming you didn't miss any secret passageways or a set of stairs to a whole extra basement level. You spin the dial to the number you've settled on and press the button in the center before you can get any less sure. It sinks into the door at your touch. Something starts to click as hidden gears begin to move and make the decorations across the door spin and contract. Monsters on either side of the center divide, pull their claws back from the seam. The clicking stops, the movement freezes, and the door swings open wide. There's silence. The highest room in the tower is empty. No decorations, no applause, nothing. Just a circular room of bare rock and wood without so much as a scrap of decoration. The only feature worth mentioning is a big hole in the center with a small exit sign above it. Is this really it? This is the end? It's kind of anticlimactic. Maybe there's something wrong with the spells that happened when you ran the course. That Starlight and Trixie missed. Better go tell them. You spread your wings and take off, circling around the tower a few times to bleed off height in an easy glide. You come to a landing by the entrance right in front of Starlight, who looks surprised to see you.
Dash? What are you doing back so soon?
I think I've found a broken spell or something. One of the rooms is just empty with nothing in it.
She frowns.
That's not good. Which room?
The one at the very top of the tower.
The one at the... That's the winner's room. How did you get there so fast? You can't have done the whole house already.
That sounds like you may have set a record.
You might not have heard, but I am very fast.
Not that fast.
What? I
She
was given
squints.
options, and I took those options.
I mean, yeah, like this is how Rainbow Dash would do it, right?
No, she would love to go through them.
No, but if she was speedrunning it...
Oh, yeah.
She squints at you suspiciously.
I know the optimal route, and even then it takes me at least 25 minutes to collect everything to get past the tests.
20, actually, but that's okay.
What did I say?
25.
That's funny.
It is.
My brain does weird things. You shrug. Guess some ponies are just sore losers about having their records broken. You never pegged Starlight as one, though.
Like I said, I'm a cheater.
You spin around to find Trixie standing in the doorway of the mansion, her face set in a glare and her hoof pointing at you accusingly. What the heck? She was like... She's just mad because we completed it. Because she was like so happy that we kept losing.
Yep.
You spin around to find Trixie standing in the door of the mansion, her face set in a glare and her hoof pointing at you accusingly. Gone is her vampire costume, replaced with some kind of Discord-themed suit. Her fake wings made of magic twitch and bounce with very real frustration as she stomps over and pokes you in the chest.
I don't know how you did it, but you cheated.
Oh, Trixie.
Just my normal accent.
Southern. You feel your anger rise at the accusation. You? A cheater? The very thought of it is laughable. Sure, you play to win, but there's not much point in winning if you cheat.
She does cheat, sometimes.
Does she?
In one episode, at least, she kind of cheats against Applejack to win the game, but Applejack also cheats, technically, so, albeit,
Nice.
Applejack didn't cheat at first.
How does the element of honesty cheat? Messed up.
She tells you that she's cheating.
Oh, nice.
I did not. Oh, yes, you did. I was watching from the control room. You went straight from the foyer to the exit. No hesitation, no side trips. You didn't even get stuck by the challenge questions, even though there was no possible way you could have known the answer. We didn't know
She
the
saw
answer.
us go through that.
We just...
She saw us go through that whole thing
This
6
is
times.
not fair.
I'm sorry. Messed up?
Maybe I'm just lucky.
Though, how did you know the right answers? You felt confident at the time, but...
Fucking dedication, goddammit.
Or maybe Trixie's onto something.
Starlight's voice is cold and calm. You notice her horn is lit with a spell and there's green flecks of light dancing over you.
So, Rainbow Dash, care to tell me why I'm detecting traces of time magic on you?
Probably because your friggin' tower has time magic, Starlight.
Yeah, shut up, Starlight.
Time magic?
They? I don't know. I do. Wait,
Trixie.
that's not it. I do.
Trixie declares.
I bet you have an ancient and powerful magical artifact that lets you turn back time and make different decisions. You try every path, but we only see the ones you want us to see. Oh, that's genius.
Whoa.
That's meta, dude.
Yo! That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you see an artifact on me anywhere? I'm not even wearing a costume. Maybe this isn't your first time being caught and you knew to stash it first. There's no artifact.
Dash, are you feeling okay?
Why does Starlight sound so concerned suddenly? Wasn't she angry a second ago? But you feel fine.
I feel fine.
No headaches, strange urges, random blackouts, or moments of forgetfulness?
God. No, you haven't felt anything like that.
No, nothing like that.
Before you can answer for more detail, Trixie derails the conversation again.
A silent partner, then. Aha! Oh shit, they know about you, Izzy.
They're catching on to Jiminy Cricket.
Twilight Sparkle. She used Star Swirl's time spell to loop Nightmare Night for you, so you could make all my hard work on the haunted house look worthless.
Scoff. This is like the author is just calling us out for trying this path.
Twilight wouldn't do something like that. Some other unicorn, then. There are many jealous of my magical skills. Oh, would you just drop it already? I didn't cheat, and I don't have any time magic on me.
She's right.
Finally, validation from Starlight. What is up with her today? First she's angry, then concerned. Now she just looks coldly determined.
Hold her!
She suddenly cries. You freeze in place as your body is sealed by Trixie's magic. You try to shout in protest, but even your jaw is solid as a rock. Starlight walks around so your frozen eyes can see her again. There's a fierceness to her features that you're not used to seeing.
So she was lying.
Trixie declares, even as she grunts with the effort of holding you still.
I knew it.
No, she wasn't lying. And that's not time magic I detected either.
She looks deep into your eyes like there's some kind of telescope.
It's dimensional magic.
She lights her horn with a spell. A powerful one, too. If the massive corona means anything.
Don't worry, you won't feel a thing.
Wait, he's casting it on you? No!
What?
You struggle against the magic, but you can't move an inch. Can't dodge or anything as Starlight lowers her horn and fires the massive spell right at... You feel warm. There's a strange sensation of disconnection, of difference, like you've been walking around with a cast on and sudden...
Is she okay?
Should be. The spell shouldn't have affected her at all.
Perhaps she's just tired?
I reckon I would be.
Dashy, wake up!
Pinky, that's not how you rouse a pony from unconsciousness.
Oh, right. We need smelling salts. Why did you have those? Just in case.
A sharp tang of salt woke Rainbow Dash from the depths of slumber. The first thing she noticed was how strange she felt. Her whole body felt lighter, freer. Like she'd taken off a weighted training uniform she didn't know she was wearing. The second thing she noticed was the faces of all her friends clustered around her.
You're okay!
Pinky cried as she leapt forward and snatched up her friend in a bone-crushing hug.
Death.
No, it's the bad ending.
I was so worried. Pinky can't breathe. Yes, I can. Oh, you mean you can't? Sorry, Dashy.
She released her with an apologetic smile. Twilight stepped around and passed Rainbow Dash a bottle of water. The Pegasus took it with a nod of thanks and gulped it down.
Thanks. We came as soon as we got Starlight's message.
She explained.
How do you feel? Any lingering compulsions?
Dash shook her head.
I'm good. I feel like I just ran an iron pony. But nothing hurts. What happened?
Starlight stepped forward.
It's hard to put it in non-academic terms, but you were astrally connected.
You had a worm in your brain. Ah, we got rid of Wizzy.
No! I was having so much fun in there. Now I'm just like in a little jar, just banging on the glass. No! Pinky jumped in.
A parasite, Pinky.
Twilight corrected.
Not a worm. Idiot.
Even that's technically wrong.
Starlight countered.
Since it didn't feed on anything.
Will some pony please tell me what was in my head?
Starlight seemed unsure for a moment before reaching back into a bag at her side.
This.
She held up a jar containing a thing.
God, it's so ugly. Oh my god, look at that. It has like a goatee. Ugh.
I am going to push you down.
And what is with those arms? Yeah, those are Wizzy's arms. Look at those things. They're fucking weird. Look at them.
Why are you being so mean?
Because I drew you weird.
It defied description as much as it defied her ability to look at it properly. It had colors, but none she could name. It was like a crack in the air, but it also moved like water and like a wind-blown string.
Oh wait, that one's purple.
At some point, I don't know how or when, you picked up a trans-dimensional hitchhiker. Or were chosen by it. Again, I don't know. Either way, it's been puppeteering you around like a marionette.
Whoopsie poopsie.
She tapped the glass, making the thing inside writhe. Rainbow Dash could only stare.
Oh, wait a
gobsmacked at
minute.
the
Oh
cage
my god, I'm
anomaly.
so dumb. It stopped calling Rainbow Dash you. It's both of us. We're both the parasite now.
Oh yeah. Oh god, that's a nice detail.
Come on, make parasitic noises with me, Wizzy. This is an unhinged episode.
Perfect for Halloween. Rainbow Dash could only stare gobsmacked at the caged anomaly.
That thing was in my head?
Not literally, no. But dimensionally, yes.
But I don't remember feeling weird or having to fight for control of my body or anything.
It was Twilight who shook her head in response.
You wouldn't have. It sat in the metaphysical concept of your mind and made decisions on your behalf. What to say, where to go, how you felt, and your body put them into action. Your conscious mind had no say and probably just rationalized away until it convinced itself that the choices must have been yours. Whoa. Wow, geez. Wow, that's... Jeez. And I had no idea it was happening.
She went quiet for a minute.
Can I squish it? No, don't. No. Don't you dare. It'd like to squash it like I'd... Oh, you mean I'd like, but you said id like. That's what you get for calling us bugs.
Got him!
I'd like to squish it like the bug it is.
Unfortunately, no.
Unfortunately, screw you, Starlight.
I fucking hate her.
We're just little babies.
It's like, we're out of the head, keep us safe now.
Starlight answered.
It's not made of real matter. Besides, this isn't its true body. Just a portion of it extended into our reality. But while we've been talking, I've been forming a dimensional tunnel and tracing its connection back to the source.
They have R.I.P. Ross.
Oh fuck.
Oh god.
God damn it, now they know where you live.
And I think
The corona around her horn changed color.
I've almost reached its home realm.
Suddenly, her horn started to crackle with black and white sparks.
Almost there.
She grunted.
And there's some kind of barrier. Twilight, I need a boost.
I'm here.
Her magic poured into Starlight, and from Starlight into the caged entity, it surged along the tether that connected it between dimensions like a raging tsunami.
Come on, man.
Following the path back up the change of the dimensions
I
until...
didn't mean it. Upstream
Aw.
error.
Man.
Speedrunner ending. Congratulations, you acted so out of character that they managed to trace your actions all the way back to our dimension.
That was very in character. Except
Choose-
for the fact that, apparently they only saw us go through it one time.
Yeah. Choose your own adventures are all fun and games until someone sparks a dimensional incursion. Now the ponies have your IP address. All I'm saying is this. If a group of ponies manifest in your house tonight and drag you off to the pony egg to be tried for transdimensional kidnapping and coercion, don't waste your one phone call on me. This was your own fault.
This is your fault
I-
for giving us this option, huh?
Fuck you.
Congratulations, you found a hidden collectible. Trixie costume number 0. Someone's gonna have to pay for that fourth wall.
Well, too
Try to
bad.
find
It's an
all 20 of
upstream
them.
error. I can't see it.
Wait a minute. Oh, is the upstream error supposed to be something different?
Those are pics.
I thought it was supposed to be a picture of upstream error because it was supposed to be like a joke that crashed. That's actually kind of disappointing that we don't get to see the pictures.
I am depressed. Destroyer of Worlds.
Meow.
So that was our run of Rainbow Dash's awesome Nightmare Night Haunted House Choose Your Own Adventure by the Drider Pony. And frankly, I loved it. This is a great concept. It just doesn't take us into account. We have a podcast. We're trying to finish this quickly. And yeah, maybe that's kind of offensive to the author, you never know. But we did tell people to go do their own adventure, So, yeah.
So it's on them if they, do their own adventure. I mean, this is just like, playing through a game, basically, in my eyes.
Yeah. I think I am totally in the right here. Oh, I see. Yeah, we definitely went wrong there.
We went wrong?
Well, technically. I mean, they found our IP address. Of course we went wrong.
Oh, yeah.
We got a bad ending?
This isn't a bad ending.
Yeah.
I'd say this is a pretty good ending.
I mean, apparently we're not the main characters, and we just inhabited her. Like the parasites we are.
Yeah, so we got the good ending. We got the parasite out of her. She now has control of herself again. Isn't that good?
But that parasite is us! We could be tried for transdimensional yada yada, kidnapping and coercion.
The other option was that we keep controlling this innocent pony.
Fair enough.
This was nice. Hopefully next Halloween or something we can do another route.
Yep, that would be fun. Let's try and get those numbers down. And by those numbers, I mean whatever the fuck.
The time.
Time, that's the one.
I think we can do that.
Time is an illusion. But also, everybody, yeah, seriously, if you haven't, do it yourself. Like, Jesus Christ, this is fun. I'm probably going to do it myself. And try and forget everything I learned.
Just like Rainbow Dash, each time we pick the wrong option.
Yeah. But frankly, I don't think it was the wrong option. It shouldn't have been, at least. That was exactly the right option to do.
Which option?
Yeah, going doing what we did.
Yeah, but I was thinking when we picked the wrong options and it made us restart. Then Rainbow Dash forgot everything.
Yeah, you know what, whatever. All right, book recommendation time for Halloween. I would recommend... shoot, I forgot what I was going to recommend. I love that I have the fear meter.
No.
We didn't get any fear. The only thing we have in the items is the fucking bucket.
Oh, God.
God damn it, us.
There should have been one moment where you get like +1 fear after she hears that there's a parasite in her head.
Totally.
Okay.
All right, so I would recommend read The Hanging Balloons by Junji Ito. That one's fantastically creepy, and I had nightmares about it.
I know I love me some Junji Ito.
Really, the story and characters are garbage, but it's very creative and very creepy.
Nice.
So, yep, go check that out. There's also an adaptation on Netflix, which was, anyways.
Oh, is that in the, like, Junji Ito Netflix special thing?
Yeah, they adapted a whole bunch of his stuff.
Yeah.
And The Hanging Balloons is... I only saw the Hanging Balloons episode, and it was not as good.
Aw, I was kind of hoping the Junji Ito thing on Netflix would have been worth a watch.
Apparently, don't try and adapt his works because it's shit. Each time it's garbage, apparently. But that's great. All right. Well, that was fun. Let's get to dousing out this fire and go into bed.
Oh yeah.
Sizzle.
We even set up the tent? Where are we going to sleep?
God damn it, Wizzy.
Bye. Water. Where's my water? Where did I put my water?
I put my water right here.
Why is it on the floor? Why did I put my water on the floor?
Why is was it because of the Yucca something?
Oh yeah, the mucus.
Right, mucus, yes, that's what I meant.